Today we have an action camera, probably one of the most action-packed cameras I've seen in a long time. If you like capturing adventures, vacations, fast-paced sports, or vlogging, then stay tuned guys, because this DJI Action 2 camera may be just what you're looking for. We're going to go over quality, design, features, and really see how far this little thing can go. But keep in mind, there are plenty of downfalls here that may push you away from buying, so stay tuned and let's check it out. What's up everybody, Nick Desjarlais here. Welcome back to the channel Vibe Nick. Right here, we do have the DJI Action 2. Thing's pretty cool. So let's just dive into what it comes with in the box and its overall design. So first off, looking at the package, you can see that we have the dual screen combo package going for $519. And the reason for this is because you get two touch screens, one on the front and one on the back. So that's why they bumped up the price. Now you don't have to go with this package. You can go with the power combo going for $399. That's a little over $100 less than the dual screen combo. And the reason for this is because now they only have one screen, which is on the camera itself. And then the module is just a battery. So if you want two screens, go with the dual screen combo. If you want extra battery, go with the power combo. But I think we can all agree that both of them are very expensive. All right, so diving into the box, we see a couple things. First off, we see our camera and our screen module. Those two go hand in hand, and we're gonna be talking about that most of the video. So let's put those two aside for right now. Now, the next thing is your magnetic lanyard. This thing is absolutely amazing. Pretty much you just slip it under your shirt, you take that magnetic piece and put it over your shirt, and now it's stabilized. Then all you gotta do is take your camera, magnetize it to that lanyard, and now you got an awesome point of view shot. So if you wanna go running or maybe play sports, everyone can kind of experience what you're doing, and it's really cool. I think it's a lot easier than all these other methods. I know with GoPro they have like a chest strap that can go over. You have to like clip it in, then take the camera and clip it in there. So this lanyard just seems like an easier method. Then two things are your magnetic ball head mount adapter and your magnetic mount adapter. Just keep in mind that the ball head mount adapter only comes in the dual screen combo and not the power combo. But we know these things can be used for a lot, like, you know, you can attach it to your surfboard if you're going surfing, on the top of your helmet if you're going dirt biking, and a lot more. And then lastly is your charging cable, right? There's always some type of cable for every product, but as we dive into the battery and charging, we're gonna know that there's a lot of issues, and we'll talk about that later in the video, so definitely stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss out on that. So over to the most important thing, the camera. It's very tiny, it fits in very small spaces and takes up no room whatsoever. So we can see it weighs 56 grams. It has a dimension of 1.5 by 1.5 by 0.9 inches. So you can see that this thing is actually really small, but we all know the saying, big things come in small packages. So don't be hating on this just yet. We get a lot more to talk about. Holding up the touchscreen module next to the camera, you may be able to see that the dimensions on the module is slightly bigger than the camera, but they're so close that I'm just gonna say they're even. Now, if you look at them, they have this aluminum material, which gives them that durable feel, and hence the name Action 2. It better be durable. But one thing that I noticed was the lens. Okay, so I haven't focused too much on the past Osmos or anything like that, but apparently they had lenses that were replaceable. Here, the lens is built in, so if you crack it, you get debris on it, it scratches it, you gotta send this whole thing back to be replaced, and it's gonna cost you some good money. But let's just keep moving. So when you take the two cubes, you can actually magnetize them together with the two magnets on the bottom. Now, once they magnetize, you have these latches on the side that clip in, and trust me, you probably have some questions. Is this going to come apart when you're doing some type of film? No, once it is actually all together, it's not going anywhere. I tried to pull it apart and it wasn't budging. So now that they're together, they are one. This double screen action is great. So if you're shooting in front of you or vlogging at you, you're always gonna have a visual of what the camera sees. And that's something I look for because I always wanna know what's in the frame. I always wanna know where my subject is in the frame. But that's kind of my thoughts on it, and that's kind of why I went with the dual screen combo over the power combo. Again, you choose what you want. That's just my thoughts on it. All right, so we've been shooting, we've been getting some footage, but how good is the camera quality? So it has an f/2.8 with a 155-degree field of view, giving you a wide or ultra wide shot, just putting more in the frame. And then it gets up to 4K with 120 frames per second. Absolutely amazing. Usually you'll hear about 4K 30 frames, 4K 60 frames, but now we got 40, 120. It's awesome. And now you don't have to use those rates. You can go down to 1080p, 2.4K, and then you have a bunch of options for your FPS as well. So choose what you want. Another thing I just wanted to add in is the slow motion option. Usually I'd like to, shoot at a good rate and then slow it down in post-production. But since this slow motion option is here, I would jump on it. It still comes out really, really good. So what else makes this camera quality great? 1, Rocksteady, and 2, Horizon Steady. These two things are absolutely amazing and really stabilize your footage. So instead of just talking about it, let's go do a test and see what it's about. Let's go. I'm out of breath. Let's get back. All right, so what else is on the camera? If you look close, guys, there's only one microphone to give you some audio. It's great, but it sucks that they only give you one. Now, when you look over at the module, there's 3 microphones. So as soon as you attach these two together, now you have 4 working simultaneously together. And I think they did this to make you use both of these at the same time more often. But again, instead of just talking about it, let's go do a test. Okay, what's up, guys? We're here in the woods. We are actually next to a river. If you remember from months ago, we did a DJI Pocket 2 review here, and we also did a microphone review. So if you want to go back and test them, see which one is better, you can do that. But we're on the camera. We got one microphone right now, and let me know how you think it sounds. It's kind of crazy how small the microphone is, but it still picks up my voice and can still pick up the sounds around me. So I guess with that, let's switch over, put the module on, and see how it sounds with 4 microphones. All right, guys, we're over here with 3 microphones on the module, 1 on the camera, so we got 4 all together working simultaneously. It is freezing, so let's try and hurry this up. But you can hear my voice probably a little bit better. You got sounds coming from the left, right, and behind you now, so you may be able to hear the river, the water flowing by. If cars are up there driving by, you might be able to hear them more. But leave a comment below. Let me know which one you thought was more surprising, which one was better, which may have been the 4 microphones, but I guess we'll find out once the video comes out. That's all, guys. Oh, one more thing. I do wish they could have put at least, 2 on the camera and 2 on the module just to even it out. I'm guessing they did that so you would use the module more. But again, whatever, it's what they did. Let's get back to the studio. Okay, so that was fun, went pretty well, and honestly, the microphones might be my favorite part so far. The only thing I noticed when shooting was how hot the camera in the module got when shooting, and it actually heated up pretty quickly. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but it was very noticeable. So I had to turn it off, let it cool down, and then start shooting again. And let me tell you, I wasn't happy. So these next few things might be where you turn away, but we gotta talk about it and run through. Ready? Is it waterproof? Yes and no. So the camera itself is waterproof. It can go 10 meters and be completely fine. So if you bring it surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, whatever it may be, you're gonna be good. But looking over to the module, it's not waterproof whatsoever. So as soon as you attach these two, it's not waterproof anymore. So get a close look at the module. You can see that the SD card slot is wide open. You can see that the charging port is wide open. And if water gets in here, it's going to destroy everything inside, which is kind of ridiculous. So what's the solution? Well, you can buy the DJI waterproof case. I think it's going for like $70. And if you're already spending $500, that kind of sucks. You got to spend that money. So in my head, I put 2 and 2 together. I feel like DJI did this on purpose to make you spend more. I don't know. That's what I thought. So yeah, the difference between the two can be a big deal breaker for a lot of you, but just wait till we jump into the battery. So with both cubes combined, it says you get a total of 160 minutes, which is fantastic, but don't be fooled. That's only when you're not in 4K or 120 FPS. When you are in those modes, you'll get around 70 minutes, or at least that's what they say. So a little over an hour, which is decent, but if you're using this all day, you may want to bring your charger with you. And to make things worse, you can't charge the camera alone. There's no charging port there. Now, if you want to bring this out, for the day without the module, you better hope this camera battery doesn't die, because all of that extra battery is in the module itself. Now, in order to charge the camera, connect the module, put the charger into the module, and both will start charging. So yeah, maybe now you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Now, something I wanted to talk about quickly is accessories. There's a lot of accessories for the Action 2, and the first one technically isn't one, but it's an SD card, right? I recommend buying at least a 64 gigabyte. I think it costs like $20, and if you can afford a $500 product, you should at least be able to get the SD card. And the reason for this is because the Action 2 only gives 32 gigabytes. 10 gigabytes are taken from the operating system, meaning you're left with 22 gigabytes. Sounds like a lot, but trust me, what you're filming, it's going to fill up very quickly. So I would jump on that. The next one is a DJI floatable handle. Anyone who's in the water a lot, I would definitely jump on this, because if you drop it and it sinks to the bottom and you can't find it, you're out on $500, and that would definitely suck. The second one is the selfie stick / extension rod for better shots instead of just holding the camera itself like I was doing in the review the whole time. The next one kind of goes with number 2. It is your remote controlled extension rod / tripod. It's a little expensive. I think it's $50 to $60, somewhere around there, but I think it would help with a lot of your film. The next one is your Action 2 magnetic headband. This is great. It'll give you an awesome point of view of what you are seeing. I personally don't like that on my head, but it might be a good thing for you guys. And then the last one is the waterproof case. Like we talked about before, again, if you want both in the water, you may have to buy it. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty more to choose from, but I also wanted to add in and say, with everything we talked about in this review, there were some things I left out, like a couple settings, but I did that on purpose so you can kind of dive into it and discover some things you didn't know. So yeah, guys, let's get real here. I can honestly say, with all of the little upsets on the DJI Action 2, I'm still impressed. Yeah, there's issues with the charging. Yeah, there was some issues with it being waterproof. And of course, there's a hefty price here, which is something to look at. But overall, I think it's pretty good. Are there better action cameras out there? Absolutely. But I gotta say, I still had fun with it. And if you can get over all of these cons, I think you're gonna have fun too. Let me know what you think. Comment below on any questions, thoughts, or opinions you may have. Appreciate you guys for listening in on this review. If you enjoyed, smash that subscribe and like button to join along, and I shall see you in the next one. Love you guys. Peace.